That's Pog, baby. Welcome. It's Sunday, my dudes. How about that? We're going to be playing a little Spelunky 2, a little Hades 1.0. How exciting. No need to belabor the point. Let's just get it going, man. World record attempts, are you mad? No, are you mad, bro? I mean, every run I do is a world record attempt. What are my odds of succeeding on getting a world record? Pretty low, but I'm always doing attempts. Everything I do is a world record attempt. I suppose. Alright, let's open with a little Spelunky 2. We might do 1.5, 1.5. We might do 2-1. We'll see. We'll see, but for now... Oh, baby. Tell us about the chest waxing. Yeah. Hold on, let me caffeinate. This could be a long one. So... I want to say first... I did not do this under duress. This was something that I agreed to... because I thought it was a good idea. Look at that. That's skill, baby. It's not... So I waxed my chest because the father's supposed to have skin-to-skin contact with the baby. And the baby's coming, like, imminently, right? It's less that I'm worried, like, oh, it's not gonna do its job of skin-to-skin. And more like, I honestly just saw it as, like, an abundance of politeness. That if I were entering, like, an alien world for the first time... I wouldn't want my first experience to be like being smothered by a jungle of body hair. Again, I don't think, I mean, there were people that are like, you know, the baby's not gonna choke, don't worry about it. It's more like, I hate you! It's less being like, oh, the baby's gonna choke, and more like, I wanna... You know, exactly, you only get one chance to make a first impression, even if they're never gonna remember- No! Even if they're never gonna remember it. So yeah, Kate waxed my chest and stomach yesterday, and dude, I gotta tell you, if you are similarly hairy, I can't believe we made it. If you are similarly hairy, my suggestion to you... I walked just slightly too far. I didn't want to blow up the hover pack. Do not do this. In fact, like, so this is not to be braggadocious at all. I'm like a coward in some ways, but in terms of, and it's not like I've done anything to create this, but in terms of pain tolerance, I think I have pretty good. Just send me. Pretty good pain tolerance. And you know, I haven't had, like, you know, a leg shattered or anything like that, but you know, the anesthesia kind of wore off a little bit, or the numbing wore off during my wisdom teeth removal, and it was quite painful. I've had testicular surgery and, like, recovery from it. Dude, it was there's like two different. And the time I tore my meniscus was really bad too, but there's two different pains with the wax. The first one is like just putting the wax on, like when the wax starts to cool and it clumps on the hair and then you gotta pull the stick off, it tears the hair, but like slowly. That was like pretty bad, but obviously the worst is when you pull the strip off. But honestly, Kate did a really good job. Like, I mean, like, the first few hurt really badly. And then the rest of them, honestly went relatively smoothly. I didn't really bleed. I would say, you know, there was some light spotting, which I think is to be expected. But, it was quite painful. I'm not gonna deny that aspect of it. Dude, I'm just, like, officially bad. Start me again here. Start me again. I haven't played Spelunky in a couple days here. But yeah, and I mean the other thing is you know, some of those hairs had been there since like high school. So it was like a major, like it was an eviction, right? It was not just like, oh, these just showed up, yoink. Like they had taken up residence. Squatters' rights. Moreover, though, I will say...
Could you clear my name?
Oh, about the waxing? Yeah, everybody, like, I don't know what... People online have, like, very scary relationships, or perhaps more aptly, scary ideas of what relationships are like. So many people were like, lol, she just wanted to hurt you. I can't believe she tricked you into getting waxed. And I'm like, that's not how this went at all. I was like, maybe I should shave my chest before the skin to skin. Again, not because I'm so much worried about choking. It's just like unpleasant to get a mouthful of body hair. And then, you know, Kate was like, oh, you know, we could just wax instead. And honestly, I was like, it seems like a better idea. Because the, like, at least, like, with shaving, you actually, like, cut the top of the hair. And it grows back, come this way, please. Like sharp. But when you wax, you pull it out of the root, obviously. But I was stunned, for sure, by the amount of people who were like, she got you. I mean, they might even be watching right now, because, like, I looked through their Twitter account. And it was like, you know... It's the classic, just a little too, you know, interested sort of account. It was like, you know, me, Hente, WWE, me, Magic the Gathering Arena. Like, it was like the classic sort of profile of just like, Mr. Beast is giving away $10,000. Retweet to have a chance to win. And I was like, okay, I know what we're getting into here. But they said, hey, dude, that's pretty gay. Fellas, is it gay to have a child with your wife? I'm like, what is... I don't want to be one of those guys who's like, you know, are men okay? But like, is this man okay? I'm not even gonna get into what Kay just said, which is like, you know, why are they using that as a pejorative in the first place? But I was also like, you know... I don't know. Here's the thing. I think, and this is my honest opinion. I think that a lot of people are big babies, wah, and they think that, oh, this guy's getting waxed. That would be painful. I'm not afraid of the pain. I just want to show you how strong I am, that I'm never gonna even experience that pain in the first place. Look at how strong I am to just... Hey, like, sure, you can deal with the pain of getting waxed or whatever. Like, if that's cool with you. I'm stronger than you because I just, you know, accept my body hair. I accept my body hair, too. You know, it's just... For the baby in particular... Oh, look at this little donk there. For the baby in particular, I'm like, you know what? It might be nice to... For their first memory not to be like... Not that would be their first memory, I guess. yeah, just like immediately she comes out, wham, and then like right after that she's like, is there something on my tongue? It feels like I got something on my tongue. Anyway. So that was the experience of the waxing. And honestly, like, don't get me wrong, it hurt. Like, if you want a funny image, you can have it. Because, like, the whole time we were doing it, we listened to 2 full albums. It was literally like a oh, sorry, brother. It was like a 2.5 hour long ordeal. Oh, crap. And that's a long time, right? Like, but admittedly, there was like a little break in the middle when I was like, I really need to go to the bathroom. But we listened to all of Asia by Steely Dan, of course. And then also all of Graceland by Paul Simon. So you just picture, you know, I'm laying there in like agony. It's in the background. Homeless, homeless, moonlight shaking on the moonlight day. Somebody say, hey, somebody cry, why, and I'm just like, oh, this is, I don't know if this is better or worse than if I had just had like some easy listening on or something. I did make Kate laugh though when they were talking in Swahili. And I was like, don't worry, this is my song. Oh, anyway. Chill songs to get waxed to. Heck yeah, brother. Is it Swahili? I'll admit I don't know what Ladysmith Black Mombasa sings in. I took a guess for the punchline to be a little bit punchier, if you will. Boing. We did get the Jedi. I freaking hate this guy, by the way. I'm embarrassed. This guy ends more of my runs than anything else. And it's entirely because of the fact that I let him just get a little too close, which makes no sense. I want to see a turkey. There we go. It's a rare situation. I do not think... Well, you know what? Why don't we just do it this way? Nope. I mean, I want the bomb bag, but I don't want to spend the rope to get the bomb bag, and I definitely want to go to the jungle. So, excuse me, Tomo. You're not supposed to be up there, buddy. We have 18 bombs, 3 ropes. I think this is a better setup. I'm okay with this. Yoink. Anyway. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I've gotten a little bit better at Spelunky, but then I very nearly destroyed the ghost pod immediately. How far have you gotten in Spelunky without spoiling? So I will tell you, it's hard to say without spoiling because I don't even know what the end of the game is. But I have gotten to a level that was filled to the brim with new and dangerous things, and my guess is that that must be the final level before the main path of the game is over. Let's just say there was a lot of purple. Does that answer your question without being too spoilery? Oh no, now I know what color it is when I get there, when I don't even know what it is. Okay, we're on the jungle. Shana-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na knees? Knees? I wanna watch you bleed. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. I ask you, does this sound sane? A world in which it gets worse here every single day. Does that sound like a world in which you would want to live? Good move. Really, really smart move there. Does this sound good to you? When you're high, you never ever want to come down? I'm officially great at this game. Sorry, boys. Let's go, girls. I want your paste. I want your paste. Paste, paste, paste. I want your paste. You know what? I bet if we did this and this, you're... Oh, this is amazing. Never mind, it's horrible. Move, you weirdo! These guys broke my dang... Oh my god. They broke my dang ropes there. Dude... Ah! I'm taking 5 damage on this freaking floor! It's too much. Can't be taking 5 damage on any floor in this game. Slow down, then? I'm glancing, though. I hope you like glancing too. Alright, that's desperately required. Yo, let's go. We get this. Somebody tried to steal the shoes. I think I got a pretty good idea who it is. I was worried about that. Hey, Monty, be careful, dummy. I was glancing. No, like, you can't stop glancing, because that's why I'm streaming in the first place. And now, what is a good counter against the man-eaters? I don't want to answer your question in a way that's like, well, duh. But the shotgun is a really good counter. Let's do this moon challenge. Oh my god. This is the whole reason I took down the thing in the first place, is because there could be enemies. And I was like, ah, we're safe. Just shoot forehead is... I mean, it's... Hey! It's good advice. So I know there's something going on with that bow. I don't fully know what it is, but I know there's something going on with that bow. That's all there is to be said about that. Please jump axe. Axe will tear you apart. Is that what you're looking for? He says other stuff. I'm Axe. Briefly, my card was worth $17 per copy in Artifact, remember? I was the chase rare. Okay, Grandpa. Oh, please. It's the perfect crime, dude. Lull artifact. I mean, you're not wrong. Lull artifact, indeed. Remember that time Hafu was talking about Artifact that I made a joke at Artifact's expense, and then somebody on the Artifact subreddit said, who is this guy to even speak to Hafu? And that was before COVID made everyone online go completely insane. I wonder how that guy's doing now. I don't even want to ask. He's probably like a Bitcoin trillionaire. Yoink. No, get away from me. Hurt this guy. Don't make me glunk you. I got glunked him. Oh no! I got so spooked I didn't think he'd wake up in time. Okay, okay. Alright, we can start to rebuild a good run here. We can start to rebuild a good run. I mean, he glunked me. You're not wrong. Straight up. We can go this way. I mean, I don't have anything against Artifact. Except for the fact that, like, you know, one of the reasons I stopped playing Magic is because there's, like, too many interactions and it's too complicated. And then Hearthstone is, like, it's so smoothed over as to be almost, like, funny in the other direction. And then Artifact is just, like, it's, like, the difference between piloting, like, a tricycle, a normal sedan, and a spaceship. Like, Artifact is like, there's 17 lanes, and when you do damage, the damage on cleave is randomly dispersed between the lanes that are adjacent to the lane in which you play the cleave unit. Sometimes you don't want to play the cleave unit in the middle lane, though, because it depends on the units that have been played in the other lane. And you're like, okay, I just want to play card. Hello, hello. Donkey, donkey, donkey. Who is this guy to talk to us? Yoink. Time to return to my comic shop, where I dispense the insults rather than absorb them. Oh, baby. The Lord of the Turkeys has logged on. Why would you chase it? Like, you gotta ask yourself some questions. There you go. Slow down. Just gotta slow it down. Just gotta slow it down. Turn on quick restart. I will never turn on quick restart, because quick restart is your own way of admitting that you don't believe in yourself. It is a mode that exists exclusively for cowards. It's like sending the elevator back in Dark Souls before you fight a boss. We don't do that. Help. You know what? You're doing the same thing, though. It's philosophical. I wouldn't expect you to understand. If you haven't taken an advanced 11th grade philosophy course like me, I wouldn't expect you to understand it yet. I don't need that gold. You know what? I'm realizing the more I play Spelunky, probably, I would say at least 50% of the damage that I take comes from very needless greed. Like, for example, why on earth would I worry about carrying that ghost pot and adding to my mental overhead unless I'm going for like a high score? Don't even, if you got two hands or whatever, I mean, I guess if you can hold two things, because you got two hands, but if you can hold two things, then sure, to your heart's content. Otherwise, just go, forehead, and let the chips fall where they may with respect to gold and stuff like that. But I mean, I'll get that. If I got hit as a result of that, I'd be pretty disappointed. What the heck's going on over here? Whoa. Okay, the shopkeeper has guns. That is not greed. That's the other 50%, which is not paying close attention to what's happening. And then there's like 1% of the damage I take in Spelunky is like completely just like Rube Goldberg physics. I think a lot of people would be like, almost all the damage I take is because of that. Not me. Realistically, very little of the damage I take comes from physics. Glancing does not help. You're not wrong in that department. I don't need anything here. You don't even need Monty. Title card shows up. Ha ha ha. See, that's impatience for sure. We're about to get a bunch of HP though. I'm not sweating that. Where's my turkey lord? Did I kill it? No, I did kill a turkey. Okay. I could deposit those back there. I'm not happy with the amount of resources it would require. Instead, here's what you do. Two HP for a single bomb. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I like the altar. I would deposit an easy Monty, a living Monty on the altar. I'm not gonna spend all my ropes to go up there just to get, like, 3 dead turkeys. And the dead shopkeeper. As much, I mean, the Kapala is basically, like, I have to have it in order to get anywhere in this game. But even then, you know, man's got to know his limitations. Dunk, 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 dunkity dunk. And even then, I don't know, there's been discourse. Oh, NL, he'll use a bomb to blow up a turkey, but not to get Monty. Well, if you don't have paste, like, the bomb to get Monty is not always guaranteed, right? Like, sometimes you're like, I could use a bomb to get Monty, but I gotta prime that son of a gun. You never know if that's even gonna work. You might end up spending 3 bombs just to get 1 bomb's worth of value. Man, this is cursed, huh? Yeah, I agree. I think guaranteed HP is worth a lot more than a damsel. in distress or otherwise. Maybe the key goes into the bottom. Otherwise, we'll probably just ignore it. Well, here's the deal. Okay, you just gotta choose your shot. I've chosen. I've chosen poorly. Yep. I'm dead. Alright, try again. Sorry, 20 minute warm-up. 20-minute warm-up. I'm telling you, this is the one. You get to a sweet spot in Spelunky. First few runs are bad. The last few runs of Spelunky are always bad when you're like tilted. This is our newfound sweet spot. Yeah, again, we don't need to go there. That's greed. That's greed being like, I gotta take care of all these enemies. No, 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 no! Okay, that was not greed. That's just an incredibly cursed situation. I'm glad we got out of there with only 1 HP lost. The mines in Spelunky 2 are no joke. You can learn to deal with them, but I'm here to tell you that they are no joke. Just a nice 20-minute warm-up. It's super Tabata. It's a joke about exercise. Honestly, I think the strat is just to speed through the first level and ignore everything. I very much disagree. Because, like, if you're gonna do that, why not just use the shortcut? Grow a mustache? I'm gonna assume that's indifferent. That's not in relation to what I was just talking about. But it is good advice in general. Oh, hey, hello. I do like to get... Oh, hold on. That's Ujat. We can get this done with her. Okay, we got big plays. First off, you go glunk, and then that's just incredible. Sacrificing the idol does indeed give you the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, which is actually gold. Okay. Beautiful. Send it. Most important thing, cowardice gets you nowhere. You got anything for sale that's good? You got a cape and some climbers. I can afford them both. I had no idea. Let's go. Any idea on the new sub goal? Yeah, so for context for that, we did cross 825. Fall Guys and Spelunky as series are both pogging up to an awesome degree. So the original 825 goal was Split or Steal, which we originally made back in February when people were like more interested in that game. So the 5,000 subscriber milestones, like 825, 835, 815, etc., etc., those are meant to be like 1 or 2 off videos. So we'll come up with something else, but honestly, is probably not going to happen until post hiatus, which I think makes a lot of sense. You know, it's like, this will not be the last stream unless Kate goes into unexpected labor. You're gonna live, right? You're probably gonna live. Get out of here. Oh, okay. Which is a possibility. Like, we're only 8 days away from the expected delivery, right? So it's getting pretty soon, obviously. Today is Kate's last stream. There will definitely be a Unity stream on Tuesday. I want to stream tomorrow. But I also have to, like, I want to stream as much as possible, but I also need as much YouTube stuff as, I mean, I need as much of everything as possible, right? So we'll see how things shake out. My intention is to be live Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and probably Tuesday would be the last full stream. And rather than take that as a negative, I really think you should take it as a positive of like, thank God we were able to make it this far. Because like Kate's been watching all these like videos online, like pregnant like influencer stuff. Oh, you can't take a turkey with you, right? So here's what we can do. Hold on, this is an important moment for me. See, this is what we in the business call greed. Whatever. See you later, loser. Where the heck's my turkey? Anyway, and like the number of, so Kate's officially week 38 as of yesterday. That's not, I hate that door, dude. That's not rare, but it's like relatively common to see people that are like week 37, week 36, and it's still, like, week 36 is considered apparently a full-term pregnancy. So for her to be at 38 is like very nice for me in particular, so I can still get some extra work done. But also, like, I mean, 40 is the expected gestation, really. But 36 is considered, oh, full term. I was 44. Honestly, like, between you and me, I don't think there's any way to know, but I think she might stay in there for another, like, 2 weeks. Send it. I was born at 3 weeks. No, you were not. That's not even within the bounds of even, like, worth considering. That's an insane comment. I do not believe you. Alright, send it again. How many weeks were you? I don't know, I think I was a little bit late. Apparently first pregnancies also have the reputation of being like, they tend to go longer. But I mean, if you know, we're talking about like one data point here. I don't know how much you can really glean off of that. Data, don't do it. After the first one, they just fall out. That's why you do it in the bathtub, right? Dude, I don't know, like, I'm not weird about baby stuff. Like, you know the things that trigger my, like, my horror sense, right? So, like, poop, I don't care at all. Poop, pee, urine, vomit, I don't care at all. Snot, whatever. I'm so dumb, though. But like when we were doing our baby class, and the lady was like, you know, you can have like a water birth, and then when the baby is born, it's just sort of swimming around in the bathtub. I was like, please shut up. That sounds weird as hell. You give birth to a human being, and it just comes out, and it's going like, you know, glug glug. Because they can breathe underwater, obviously, when they still have the umbilical cord attached, at least for a bit. She said like some people, they let the baby just kind of chill out in the bathtub for like 10 minutes. Like, screw that, get out of there. That's supposed to be where you go to get clean. I mean, again, no disrespect if that's what you choose to do. It's just, freaking weird, dude. Okay. Okay, well, that's gonna be something then. I piss in the bath to save water. Here's the thing. I'm gonna hit you with a take that I think is a little bit of a hot take, but not that hot. I think most people are gonna agree with me. Pissing in the bathtub, not okay. Pissing in the shower, I kind of take the George Costanza approach. It's the same pipes. Like, I don't understand why. As long as you don't, like, I'm done, and then you turn the water off and pee down the drain, like, that's just, you're a psycho, right? But if you're, like, at the start of the shower, you know, you go for the drain, then you wash up, that's life. Sorry. If most people agree, how is it a bad take? Well, I think, like most takes, everybody does it, but people say that they don't do it in order to appear clean. That's my expectation there. Okay, you know as well as I do, I need this HP. Playing a little sloppy here. There's literally a toilet right there. I mean, you're gonna make me say it, I'll say it. Sometimes you don't have to pee. Then you get in, and you're like, something about being in the water. Your brain's like, I gotta go. It happens. Just hold it in for a minute. I mean, I could, or I could just go. Why wouldn't you throw this pot down? Ask yourself that question. Look, I'm not saying you should. But is it better to do it in the toilet or the shower? It's better to do it in the toilet. However, I think it's like 98% as good to do it in the shower. Now, oh crap, dude. Oh, Jesus. I don't have anything to back that up, but okay, now that's a new one. You do save the flush water, that's true. I mean, I guess you're using some amount of water for that time that you're peeing, but you are to a degree saving some flush water. Unsubscribed? I want to be clear, I'm not saying everybody should do it, but it's right for me. How is this even a tiny bit controversial? I mean, because it's the same thing. I've been on the other side of this discussion pre-COVID when I was a genius, and like, hey, you guys should wash your hands. People are like, how dirty is your dick? I never wash my hands. I never get sick. This is a problem with today's modern kids. They wash their hands too much. They never get sick. Their immune systems are all tanked up. Now everybody's like, I've always washed my hands every time I go to the bathroom. It's the boomers who didn't, and that's why we're in this position in the first place. But I see you, and I have not forgotten. The many, many discussions we had about hand washing. Which is why I wash my hands in the shower. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, we do need this guy to break it, and then we're gonna jump on his head. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Bro. There we go. So look at how close I came to getting hit there, dude. I'm embarrassed. I mean, we could go volcano path this time. Do you piss in the sink? Dude, so I'm gonna tell you a story from university that is not me, but it happened when I was in the dorms. When I was in my first year in the dorms, people came into our dorm, and they were fourth-year students, and they were just obviously unbelievably hammered, right? And they were like, you know, hey, I used to live here, I used to live here. And we were like, because we were freshmen, we were like, cool, dude, that's awesome. And then, you know, they were just kind of like being drunk, belligerent idiots. And then, for real, one dude went into the bathroom, pulled his thing out, and took a piss in our sink. And then they just left. And we were like, those guys are awesome. That's gonna be us someday. It was weird, for sure. I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, should not have come this way. Oh well. We're in the volcano. Yo, Orangey Cat, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you, thank you.
Did I have you a key?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Whoops, I dropped it.
Oh no. Oh no, my key. Why use Monty? He's a low-tier damsel. Is there a sloth damsel in the game, or have they been relegated to playable character tier only? I like Monty. Kate uses the cat. Mouth uses Monty because he named him, obviously. Look at the hired help's like, it's not safe. I can't go that way. Dan uses the hamster, I think, just because he wants to be different. So I'm content being a Monty boy. Let's go, but also oh, I knew it was coming too. I should have whipped him and then taken him out. Yo, it's the moon challenge. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I know that. Whatever. Like, I guarantee fire is going to jump into that room and they're gonna get in a fight and everything's gonna be dead when I leave, but whatever. Anyway. Honestly, I'll tell you, obviously you should not pee in the sink. But the main reason you should not pee in the sink, apart from it being a place where you might, you know, wash something, is on like the toilet, which you wash, but you would never wash anything in unless you had lost your mind. The main reason you wouldn't pee in the sink is because it's inconvenient. You know, it's at like torso height instead of, you know, knee height. No, because I was saying it's not that bad to pee in the shower. I want to be a good example, but at the same time, you know, there's realism to be invoked. Oh, hey, wait, I didn't know you guys could get in here. She lived! Nobody in the history ever thought... Did hired help drop something on me that knocked me off the rope? Yes. Incredible. Incredible. Anyway, I can focus more on my Brett Hull impression. Nobody in the history ever thought this day would ever end. Well, guess what? It's never gonna end. I just love the quote is so good. Like his last sober brain cell is working so hard to try to get one coherent thought out. We don't have to say, let's go, Blues. We went. I did that. Donkey, donkey, dunka the dunk. There's a skeleton key back there. Thank you. I was glancing. Yo, good eats. I had Dallas getting destroyed by Calgary, and now they're 1-0 in the Cup Finals. How did this happen? Dude, so I'll tell you, like, so, look, my team's out of the playoffs too, but I've learned a very valuable lesson. Never bet on Calgary in the playoffs unless they're playing Vancouver. Their core was built to underachieve and disappoint unless they were playing against Vancouver for whatever reason. The heck was that? But I had, like, I wouldn't call it a cold sweat, but yesterday I knew that, like, the game 1 of the Cup Finals was on, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go check. I was, like, dreading checking the score, and I was like, why do I dread checking the score? Vegas already lost. I'm stoked. As far as, dude, I don't care how that series goes. If it's a sweep, okay. The offseason maybe starts a little faster. If it goes 7 games, good for everybody involved. If it's a goaltenders duel, incredible. I hope you guys have some tense overtimes. If every game ends up being, you know, 19-17, even better. No, I don't want to open Yang's door. Because if you open Yang's door without giving him all the turkeys, he thinks you're stealing from him. Donkey, donkey, dunk, dunk at the dunk. You are technically. That's true. Now that I think about it, it's not even really technical. You're basically just taking his property. It's like the same definition of theft that the ancient Greeks had. Best NPC in the game. So no spoilers. I mean, I'm gonna spoil something from the 3rd level, but you don't spoil, please. It's a one-way street here. But I like the walrus shopkeeper, who maybe I'm misreading it, but most of the time I seem to get there. And then I give her $5,000, and she goes, thanks for the money, dumbass, and then kicks me out. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go, but that is how it seems to have gone. Hey, you know what? No greed. Let's not even forget the chest there. Oh, it bugs. It's a bug if you leave the shop without using the dice. That makes way more sense than Derek just putting in like a troll shopkeeper. But of course, I was like, oh my god, this shopkeeper, they must hold the keys. This must be how you get to, you know, the inside of the black hole that Matthew McConaughey was in Interstellar. Donkey, donkey, donk. Dude, it's a little too mole-rich, wouldn't you suggest? It's very mole-driven here. Behind Grubb's Tavern. I will show you where the treasure is hidden. I'll use it. We're gonna buy some ropes. We're gonna buy some. We don't have to go anymore. Who do I have in the NBA championship? As someone who has watched about 4 games of basketball in my whole life. I am rooting for the Nuggets because I like Colorado. And they're also like kind of the surprise story up to this point, right? Like the fact that they came back from that 3-1 deficit to beat the Clippers. I don't want to go to the door because he might think I'm stealing, and if he thinks I'm stealing, what did I did it all for hired help? I've always, like, so I think the last NBA video game I bought was NBA 2K4. It had, maybe it was 2K5. It had Shaq on the cover. Wow, I'm just basically very dumb. So I'm sorry, Turkey. We need a quick HP injection, though. Anyway, it had Shaq on the cover. In that, I played as the Phoenix Suns at first because they had Steve Nash. And Amare Stoudemire. And Sean Marion. Then, when I got bored with that, I played as the Nuggets. So the Nuggets are like... I don't have a team. If Seattle got... Oh, frick. If Seattle got a team, I would passively root for the Seattle franchise. Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. You can just put it on the normal key location.
This is the best I...
That's it's all good. We're going this way. Can you bring back... Oh... Can you bring back NHL Unity? I would do Unity with Malf again in NHL at some point in the future. It's not exactly a fan favorite as far as viewership goes, but I like playing the game to begin with. I would probably never do it with Dan again. Honestly, dude, I hate to say this, but you're better off in there. Dan's rigid adherence to exclusively playing on NHL 94 controls, and then, oh my god, I'm bad. And then asking us over and over what the button for this is and what the button for this is when we're on the default controls. Just send me again. That will make it not possible. It didn't help that we did lose something like 20 straight games. Enable quick restart? I never will. It's cowardice. Okay, slow it down. We still got time for one great run. Everybody keeps asking me, like, NL, when are you gonna go to the middle door? I did it in a video. It doesn't open. I don't know what's up with it. You know, it must be, it's connected to maybe a different path or something. Because it's closed by default. It's like caved in. It looks the same as the entrance. Oh, that's the shortcut exit. Okay, there you go. That makes sense. Donkey donk. Donkey donk. There you go. Nah, the shortcut's something else. There you don't go. When I previously said there you go, I apologize. We'll save that for a later day when the mysteries of Spelunky begin to unravel a little bit more for me. will you play FIFA 2021? Last year, if we were talking about this year's iteration, the answer would be literally 0. But because Game Pass is going to include EA Play, the chance has risen not to even close to 100 or even over 50, but certainly more than 0. Lucky me. Is NHL fun to play with the monetization? It depends what you're looking for. If you want to play Ultimate Team, I would encourage you to just check yourself into a treatment center instead, and rid yourself of the desire to gamble, because it really is designed to take your mom's credit card. But the EA SHL, like where you just create a player and you play in like 3v3 matches, is pretty fun, I think. All right, so that's beautiful. No, my cape! It was on fire. You can't have a cape and a power pack, so we'll take the power pack. I mean, the power pack with the bombs is a lot of fun. But anyway, those are my thoughts on NHL. The game itself is not great, but it is the only hockey game on the market that uses real rosters. And I mean, I'll tell you, look, I got a great appreciation for the indie spirit. But I actually think it's also the most fun hockey game on the market, to be honest with you. However, I would also caution against the pay-to-win model. But I think the EA SHL has its own problems, namely that the average person you get paired up with online has A, like a horribly racist username, and then B, will never, ever, ever pass the puck. They will, like, I would say 50% to be, like, somewhat cautious. 50% of the NHL online community will never pass. The other 50% does their best, but 50% of that 50% is just trash. So, you know, you're in a 3v3 game. The average setup that you get is usually like, you know, one person who is a combination of both, you know, friendly and competent, and then like one person who's just like, as soon as I get the puck, I'm shooting no matter where I am, and then another person who is just like, I'm trying my best, but I don't know what's happening. I'm worried the power pack is going to blow up the Kali altar here, but, you know, that's me. I am a servant of Hundun. I see the door, but before we go in there, let's sack this guy. Boing. Hungan. Oops. I guess I should have sacked that guy. Oh, she's not happy. But there's also no real reason for us to be in there. Excuse me, there's my gun. Skeletal gentleman. It's a shop? Yeah, but like I don't need any of those. I already have a cape, or I already have a pack, I should say. I don't need the crossbow. Kinda don't want to risk it. I just didn't want to blow those up. There was a bomb box there, but you know, you gotta do smart things. You gotta do smart things. Okay, I threw that a little far. That's alright. I'm happy with the way we approach this. Yeah, I mean, we're wanted, but we were wanted to begin with because we did crush the shopkeeper with. I'm never taking these guys up. They come back to life too fast. We did blow up the shopkeeper with a shield on the last floor. What should you play on your final stream? It's a lot of pressure. Chat, what should Kate play on her final stream? Oh, it's unanimous. People say Richie Mahjong.
Really?
Yeah. We gotta go a little faster. I know there's the key there too. Yoink. Oh, there's a bug. It's been a bug-rich year in Vancouver. I mean, the moth apocalypse was like, that was crazy, man. Okay. That was a great floor. Is it over? It's pretty much over. We see like the very occasional moth over the past few days, but it's actually, you guys want something cute? At night, when we go to bed, the cats come in with us because they're like enormous babies. But Ruka's been like going up into our window. In order to like look at the moths at night, and he gets really excited. But last night he was like looking for the moth, but there was no moth. He's dead. Yeah, then 2 nights ago he fell off the cat tree. Because he gets on the very top of the cat tree and then like uses his paw to open the blinds. And then starts to just paw at the moths that are on the other side. Oh, thank you, chat. Thank you. I don't want to think about how many skeleton keys I've missed. So he got on the very top and then was pawing the blinds and then just fell off. And it's like, honestly, it's like 8 feet above the floor. So he's fine, but I was laughing. It was also like 5:30 in the morning. Extreme, like, can you not energy. It is very funny when cats fall. I would never disagree with that. As long as it's not, like, you know, dangerous. It's bees, brother. I don't know. We do have a shotgun. Might be possible to take out the queen bee. Do you shoot faster with the power pack, by the way? Okay, do you know the answer to this? She does not know. Yeah, you do. It seems like you shoot a lot faster with the power pack. It was a little close, but on the other hand, we did also get 6 HP out of it. You shoot faster and you have less knockback. How? Oh my god. How about that? Let's go! Use dance strats? I don't know dance strat. Actually, you know what? I've only seen like 2 of Dan's Spelunky videos. I really feel like he and I are pretty close. And then Mouth obviously is in like another stratosphere. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Mouth has... I think yesterday, Mouth had more gameplay than I have in Spelunky 2, just with his one stream on Saturday. I don't think I'm at 12 hours yet. Which, you know, I'm not like, oh, it's not fair. I'm just like, you know, it is what it is. This is his game. Kapala. This is incredibly great eats. If we can just not die to a poison-tipped arrow. The heck is going on down there? Don't stick me. Oh. Bear traps. It's true, bear traps, spikes. You hear a low rumbling over here? A little spooky. Ooh, children of the forest? Let's go. Hello. It feels like saving them is always good. Because they give you the chance or the guarantee maybe to get something on the Olmec fight. That's pretty sick. It worked. Wonder what happens if you do this. I gotta know. Oh, he's just freed. Oh, oh no! No! We're okay. But we gotta work pretty quick. Scream! How, though? I hear you on that one. We take those. Oh, we got some blood. We got some blood. Blood, blood, blood. We don't have blood. I'm actually just dumb and bad. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It was all the poison arrow, dude. She took 6 HP and poisoned us. How? How? Come on. All right, we're ready. Whew. So what's new in Spelunky 2? Honestly, it's kind of like it's a hard question to answer. Because if you play a lot of Spelunky 1, you notice like it's very, very different. But it's kind of like, why even do this? Like, for what? We're coming to get a skull? Like, that's what we did this for? Anyway, it's different. There's a lot of difference. So much so that, like, the way I would describe it is that it's like, you know how, like, Blade Runner is, like, really good? And then you're like, how are they gonna do Blade Runner 2049? Blade Runner's already so good. And then Blade Runner, you know what? We'll do another one here. Blade Runner 2049 comes out, and it's like thematically similar, obviously, but also has a little bit of its own style. That's pretty much what we got going on here. It feels very much in keeping with the design philosophy of the original game, which is, I think, not an easy feat, but it feels more robust. Whether for better or for worse. I think it's for better for now, but it's too early to tell. What's up?
Spider.
There's a spider in here. How about that? I told you it was Bug City right now. 2 for 2. Pay. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Woof. Okay. Yeah, Tomo, he's wandering around. I'm cool with him. He's not gonna cause problems. Spring shoes. Oh. There you go. That's what you're looking for. Then you get over there. Yeah, plus the cavemen have been heavily upgraded, which is a huge boon. So I would say that's probably the biggest positive. Let's see where this other turkey is, because I'll tell you, I got ideas. I don't mind giving both turkeys to Yang, then murdering him and blowing up the turkeys. Although I understand the rudeness. I don't know where the other one is, though. I hear him gobbling, but I don't know if it's gonna be doable. I don't know if it's gonna be doable. So hear me out. Little of this. Little of this. Honestly, I should have done this earlier, but I think that's worth. Never mind. Never mind. Incredible. I don't know if Spelunky Roulette is coming back. I know that Bear tweeted the creator, but I also, it's one of those things where I don't know how long it will take. Oh my god. Oh my god. In order to figure out, you know what? I'm gonna use a bomb, because there also might be a torch in here. Tomo, what's wrong, Tomo? You're freaking, buddy. You're freaking out. But I don't even know if everybody knows how you can die in Spelunky 2 yet. Also, the whole economy would be fricked up because everyone would just be like, moles and arrow traps. But it would be fun, for sure. Although, spoiler heavy. Come on. He's very meowy. I got up at like 8 a.m. today, and when I turned off my alarm, he was just meowing at me. He doesn't meow like that early in the morning. Like, even when I didn't even, like, touch him or anything. I just, like, looked over at him, and he was like, here I am, I'm Tomo. It freaks you out, too, because I think we have this, like, innate bias to think that, like, animals always have, like, a sixth sense for anything. So you're like, is this, like, Tomo's way of being, like, the baby's gonna be here soon? Or is it just, like, 4 electrical impulses are firing off simultaneously? Just actually, like, come on, dude. It's, you know what? Oh my god. Apparently, levels of, I don't know about cat, but levels of dog anxiety do go up right before an earthquake. Like within 12 hours or something of an earthquake. Well, this is a really good idea on my part. That's a really, really smart idea. Alright, let's start again. I'm telling you, dude, we've had some good runs. You wouldn't know it from this stream so far. It sounds as real as the kangaroo vid. I'm gonna tell you, well, I mean, first off, I thought I picked it up. First off, according to you guys, the kangaroo video is real. So apparently, you're just complimenting me. And saying that it sounds real. Secondly, I'm not gonna say that I read the paper, but I saw the abstract. So it's not like I saw it on, you know, screenrant.com or something. Now, the real question is, how much do you trust academic journals in the first part, you know? The Journal of Nature, I trust it a lot. Tom Newton's Holistic School of Physical Medicine, not so much. And I did not see what avenue the paper was from, but anyway. You know, what about this? What about my uncle on Facebook? Many people are talking. I'm amazed how many middle-aged electricians and Avon saleswomen are like piecing together world-bending conspiracy theories. Like, you would have thought it would be people with some kind of investigative ability, or training of any capacity whatsoever. But it's always like, you know, hey, I'm hawking essential oils on Facebook to high school classmates. And also, by the way, have you heard about the deep state? Actually, I got freaked out today. I had to drive around, and I was running an errand. I didn't have to drive around. And I saw a middle-aged woman holding a white sign, and I was like, ah, shit. And then I got closer, and I realized she was actually just carrying a lamp out to her car. And I was like, oh, okay. That's fine. And then the lamp was like, I'd rather bury my family from COVID than have them imprisoned by fear. And I was like, ah, shit. Lucky me. It is wild. Like, I had to have a... I was anticipating that it could have been an uncomfortable situation with my parents, but thankfully my parents, you know, I must have taught them well. Because I was like, hey, Mom, like, I know my parents are flying in from Ontario next week, right, because of the baby. Hold on. It's a little spooky here. And I had to be like, so, you know, back in, like, fucking May, when we figured all this stuff out, we were like, COVID will probably be, like, handled by then. Obviously, that's not the case, right? So it's super messed up, but I was like, you guys need to socially distance when you get here. So they're gonna, like, land on Saturday, and then we're gonna stay 2 meters apart in, like, a park or something like that. And then the next day, Kate and I are gonna go to the hospital. We'll be in the hospital for like 2 days or something like that, assuming there's no early arrival. And then, by the time we get out, it will have been like 5 or 6 days. And hopefully we'll be feeling a little bit more confident about things there. But they're here for like, well, my mom's gonna stay kind of indefinitely for a bit. My dad's gonna be here with us for 2 weeks. So basically it'll take like almost until they leave before I'll be like, yeah, you can pick up our child. Pretty messed up. But on the bright side, like, a lot of people got to go to house parties this summer, which is pretty important for them, and like nightclubs and stuff like that. So honestly, it's like, I'm not like fucked up about it or anything. I think it's pretty fair. We all had to make sacrifices. You know, honestly, I hadn't even thought about that. I guess I don't know what the testing situation is like in BC, but maybe you can get tested without symptoms, and then you could we could have them tested, like, you know, the day after they land. That would be better. I mean, I'm admittedly, I'm like ignorant to the way that the tests work. Oh, this is super worth it. I think we want to come in at the top though. Like so there, I'm not, like, my parents are hermits, right? In a good way. Especially during COVID. But like, I'm not worried about them having it right now. The odds of that are essentially 0. But obviously, like, when they're flying here, I'm like, the plane is like a hotbed, right? If they theoretically got it on the plane, would a test the next day show positivity or negatively accurately? I would assume that it might take like a day or two for... Again, I'm not an expert, but I feel like it might take a day or two for the virus to take. You know, for it to propagate to the point where it would be perceptible. 2 to 3 days is recommended. All right, that's good to know. You got it? You like, dude, you're just being like really rude today. Like, Spelunky, you're just being rude, okay? You're gonna be creating like a... just non-stop poison at all times. No, I know it takes like 5 days on average to show symptoms, but like, you could be asymptomatic and still test positive, right? So we'll be going this way. Let's go. Okay, we need Monty. Monty cures poison. 4 days later, false negative rate is still 67%. What's that relative to? Like, that means 67% of positive tests, or 67% of negative tests actually should be positive. That's correct. Dude, that's fricked. Excuse me, where's Monty? Oh, they bounce back! Oh, we're fucked. Honestly, we might as well restart. I know we left the gun, but we have to go, like, absurdly fast. There we go. Alright, one more. And I'm not, like, you know, we'll do our own research, but, like, while I am indisposed, I'm relying on chat to give me some degree of broad guidance. You know what? Let's make sure this one's a good one. This is probably going to be our last one. Yoink. Bats, dude. So scary. Oh my god! Every pot has a freaking spider or a scorpion in it. To be honest, like, that's the way you should play at all times. Oh my god. Is under that assumption, but there's so many more. Anyway, no matter what, we're gonna have them quarantined regardless. And they're not, I mean, we'll just say it, we'll say what I want to say. They're not dummies. They don't want to get sick either. But they also don't want to get anybody else sick. Okay. Why not turn on instant restart? I wasn't aware that was a thing. Yeah, I honestly, like, I'm thankful. Like, I had the conversation with my mom yesterday where I was like, you know, I don't want to say that she's baby crazy, but she's like a little baby crazy. You know, it's her first grandchild. It makes sense. And I was like, I don't know if she's feeling like some kind of, you know, incredible evolutionary drive to hold this child that would override her good sense receptors, because it is like, I mean, it's a special thing, obviously. But no, she was like, yeah, we've already talked about it. We should definitely socially distance. And I was like, man, I raised you well. What can I say? Donkey donk. donka, donka the donkey donk. Definitely like this. That was a little spooky. You can whip it mid-air, but I'm like... It's a really cool thing to do until it fails you and you are like, why didn't I just spend a bomb or a rope? That's my experience, at least. Don't do that. Yeah, oh, that's like almost worse. Alright, well, he's gonna die. We tried. This might be Kapala worthy. We'll see. Shopkeeper is definitely murderable. This is your ideal shop. I mean, like, he just goes down like a ton of bricks. Can you spoil one thing for me? Is it a big thing, Kate? It's not a big thing. Alright, go ahead. That's incredible intel. So here, I'm gonna tell you what Kate told me, and it's a mechanic spoiler. So consider yourself warned. If you kill a shopkeeper, but then you go 3 floors without killing another shopkeeper, he will forgive you. Supposedly. That's actually great intel. Because one of the only reasons I keep murdering the shopkeepers after I murder them the first time is because it just is easier to murder them. Really? Now, I dispute that one. Just to be on the safe side. So you could just leave the level, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to be forgiven. It would actually save you, potentially, a lot of resources over time. To not have to waste bombs or maybe HP. So I'm gonna be honest, like, speaking of wasting bombs, but HP's been kind of a pressing concern for us. You know, but how are we gonna get out? Good point. Good point. Forgiveness is a Spelunky classic mechanic. You know what? That I did not know. Yo, we got Kapala strategies. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Here's another mechanic. Every pot has a snake in it. Exactly. Honestly, I'm for it. You know, you already are supposed to operate under the assumption that every pot's gonna have a snake in it. For them to actually make it so you have to be better, is like... I support it. I do wish I'd thought this one through a little bit more, but I mean, dude, the mines are so much more complicated than the Spelunky 1's mines. You're gonna shoot Yang, dummy. Okay, Kapala, you know as well as I do, this is incredibly good eats. Dude, the other thing is this Spelunky 2. Oh, let's go. The streams go by so fast. Like, I can't believe we're almost halfway through this. And we're still on 1-1. Good one. So, I mean, that time, let's be realistic, he had to be murdered. He was asking for it. And then, I mean, here, this guy's got lots of valuable blood. Ooh, baby. Bomb him for human meat. I don't think I'll use a bomb to get more HP right now, just because... Oh. You know what? We might as well take the turkey with us. Oh, you can't steal him once... I don't know. Wait, what if you did this? Let's try something. 12 bombs? 12 bombs is not that many. I mean, it's a lot when you die in the mines and you're like, well, you had 12 bombs. But if you make it to like the later levels, I mean, I don't know, in Spelunky 1 at least, you want to have like, you know, as many as possible. I'm also done taking like backseating Spelunky advice from people that have watched like 200 hours of Spelunky 1 but haven't even made it out of the jungle on their own save files. I've done my part in Spelunky. You know, like in Spelunky, like in the PlayStation trophies, only like 0.5% of people have the trophy for having beaten hell. In the Golden Goblet, I beat hell like, I think like 5 of 7 days or something. Hey. Hey. Also been crushed by that many times. I don't mind taking Volcano Path. It actually, who knew that that was the most clutch Golden Goblet of all of them? When I beat Malf 4-3 in the original Spelunky Goblet. Squeep. 15 bombs, by the way. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to hit you with, like, a personal attack, but one of the ways that I can tell somebody is probably not that good at Spelunky is when they're like, hey, you know, use all of your bombs in the early game. Well, that's hubris. And yet, we're safe. That's what the Kapala's all about, baby. It gives you the ability to make a mistake and keep on rolling. Excuse me, Derek, the blood is not affected by the conveyor belts? What are we supposed to believe? That the blood is not made of some form of matter? Hey, kind of a jerk move. Honestly, like... I just realized there's a force field in there that's, we should probably avoid trying to shoot. I know this is kind of like, this is not Spelunky min-maxing. You're not gonna cross. But let's not take any chances. Four HP, okay. Okay. You know there's gonna be a shopkeeper down here. He's already dead. Great news. So is Monty. Bad news. I don't know what... You know what? Fire probably walked into him. Or fired into him. It's a nasty situation for that robot, but that's okay. Look at this, dude. We got a little momentum here. We got a little momentum. For the first time. Oh, I forgot you could shoot those guys. Yo, the moon challenge? I do like to do it. I'm aware of the fact most of the time we do this, we come out and she's dead. This is floor 2. This is one of the floor 2s. I mean, it's hard. Like, It's really hard to judge the difficulty, because, like, in Spelunky 1, you know, I played 4 trillion hours of it or whatever. But for me right now, being on the 2nd floor is, like, as difficult as being in hell in Spelunky 1. But I will also say, I think that in actual difficulty, it might be a little bit more like the ice caves. Like, it seems like the levels are pretty wide open. As long as you're, as long as you've got something to deal with the verticality, I think you're pretty much good to go down here. But we got a lot to... We got a lot to learn in the game still. No doubt about that. Spelunky's just hard. You're not wrong. It's a hard game. Okay, that's one you might want to think over before you do it again. Sorry, Turkey. We got a real reckoning coming in just a second here. Had to be done. Did he jump? Oh, he's dead, dude. That would be a very bad place to fall. So we could sack to the altar of Kali. But I don't see the value of... Well, I see the value, but I also see the risk of having to cross that lava path many, many times. So I think we will whip this dog 2 times. Somehow the turkey got cooked. Maybe, I guess a fire guy walked into it. That's incredible news. I wasn't going to spend a bomb, so that's big. Derek! Whoa! Sorry, 7 HP. It insulates us from a lot of threats. Not every threat, but a lot of threats. Yo, the sound design is so good, dude. Don't get me wrong, by the way. I like the rock dog. We'll see if it might be a... Like, I actually think having the rock dog is, like, pretty good eats as far as, like, your increased chances of success. But we gotta make sure it's, like, completely safe down there before we do it. Bro. I forgot he'll shoot me too. Leprechaun! I hate this weirdo, dude. Well. Sure created a difficult situation for me. There we go. On-demand turkey cooking. Thank God we have the cape. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Think a shopkeeper has died. Thank God. I see. Oh, I was very concerned because if you shoot the robot in its front, it blasts the bullets back at you. Let's go. It always goes like right down into Kali. Oh, we're lucky it doesn't this time. Why? Because I was like, I'll just jump on the chain. But the chain was still going down, so I couldn't climb it up fast enough. I didn't... That's only my first time doing that. I didn't know the chain had active physics. We're doing one more. We got some momentum. We're doing one more. Don't underestimate his programming. Yeah, exactly. The blood has no physics. It didn't respond to the conveyor belt, but all of a sudden the chain, if you try to climb it while it's going down, it takes you down. Derek, really? What is this, amateur hour? Well, this is not how we should have done this, obviously. You know, it's still worth, but it was not a good move. But you are not judged in Spelunky by how efficiently you make it through 1-1. You're judged in Spelunky by your overall performance. Excuse me? Incredible. Okay, okay, that's fine. Because you know what? Every pot has a spider in it, so... Except the one we needed to. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We are, by the way, running a second week of... Spelunky in the Golden Goblet. Malf had the audacity, by the way, after going like, you know, 5-1 or something. He had the audacity to be like, you guys better watch out this week. That's the kind of sportsman we're dealing with. Okay, so this is very basic. His shotgun broke, but the freeze ray didn't. It was an accident. Okay, we have destroyed the freeze ray. The freeze ray no longer exists. Is the shield any good? I think it's great, but like it also carries some negatives. Like it changes the way you play the game so much that you might consider it not worth. But it has a lot of obvious sort of applications. Like, for example, crushing everything, but still getting hit from behind by a skeleton because you're bad. You can you can also do that, so it is kind of a long-range weapon as well. Whoops. I meant to jump on him. Yoink. I mean, that's fun. That's never not going to be fun. Just something about it, right? Can you back up onto gold? You cannot. It'll kill shopkeepers by reflecting their shots. That's great intel. Just don't... Yeah, I'm with you. Don't crunch the key by accident. Crunch the key, for God's sakes. Why was that so loud and metallic? Oops. Oh, it's because I crunched gold at the same time. Okay, the problem is I gotta find a way to wedge them. What now, smarty pants? I don't know though. You know, because it's goofy, let's roll it. It'll be weird. We could try a shield run. I never really used the shield in Spelunky 1. It's at least, you know, it'll offer something different than your typical, like, just using the shotgun and blasting constantly. Yeah, I guess it's good as long as you don't care about gold at all. But I am also like, you know, can I use the shield to just crush this boss? And then there's a secondary question. If I just crush this boss, won't he explode in my face? Because of his, the bombs that are present inside of his body? I mean, you gotta know. I agree. I think you gotta know. You know, intel. That's intel. What do you mean, Ryan, ... It's not like I walked backwards into oblivion, you know? We tested the mechanic, we learned. We're gonna do one more, though. Hades will be there when we get out. Again, it's the same thing as Fall Guys, you know? I know you guys are burned out. You've been watching every streamer under the sun play this game. But that does not include me. Except for Thursday. But even that was only 3 hours, which is like 10 minutes, really, when you think about it. I'm burned out and I only watch you? That's insanity. How is it possible you could watch 1,300 episodes of One Piece, but get burned out on Spelunky 2 in 5 days? Whoa! By the way, thank you for the intel for Sinvicta and myself. It turns out Dragon Ball Z does indeed take place on Earth. Anything we could throw? Yes. What do you mean, of course it does? I mean, I feel like if the show was called Planet Earth, and I was like, yo, is this show about Earth? You could be like, no shit. The show is called Dragon Ball Z? You know, it's a sensible question, I feel. Get out of here. They show Earth all the time? Yeah, but that might, you know, oh, this is Kepler 22b. It's kind of like Earth, but it's not really Earth. It's amazing how all the alien planets always look like Iceland. Get out. Yo, this is incredible. Like, that's pretty good for a single bomb to give us access to all this. They say the word Earth all the time. Do you think I'd be asking the question if I had watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z in like the last 20 years, literally? Shouldn't have had to use a rope here. I blame you for that one. I guess maybe I could have used the crossbow. Yeah, plus they spend some of it on Namek. And isn't like the Frieza saga takes place on the planet Frieza? Or is that also on Namek? That's on Namek, I think. I just remember like everything's named after like refrigerators. Frieza, King Cool. Cooler. CRISPR, etc., etc. It's crazy, like... So, like, I thought... No! We're gonna run one more there. It's crazy, but, like, I thought... Get a quick one in here. I thought, that when I saw Dragon Ball Z as a child, I thought I was watching it roughly concurrently with when it aired in Japan. And by roughly concurrently, I don't mean like the same week, but I mean like within a year after it aired in Japan. But that was not the case. I'm pretty sure the Frieza saga aired in like 1994, and I was watching it in 2000. But then they're like still talking about the Frieza saga in 2020. Like, it's like anytime like there's a media build of a Dragon Ball Z game, I'm always like, I know what it's gonna have Cell, it's gonna have Frieza, it's gonna have Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks. Like, it's gonna be this. It's like they've been milking the same cow for 25 years. It was a good saga? Yeah, but it like never ends. Like it's as old as like the I'm not killing you for trash. It's as old as like the second. It's like Batman Returns is like the same age as Dragon Ball Z. It's like, imagine if every Batman movie was like, guess what? It's the Penguin. You'd be like, can you mix it up a little bit? Then again, I mean, I have no idea what's going on in the Dragon Ball Z universe. I know there's the cat now, right? Beerus. I should probably learn about Beerus, because I'll be hearing about him if, you know, consistency holds for the next, you know, I don't know, the rest of my life. Bro. Really? It's kind of a, you know, get over here. Get over, I need you. Aiden, get over here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go this way. Never do what I'm doing here. Okay, I need you over here, please. Spider? Haha, the streamer used to rope. Ah! You want to talk about like a cursed seed? This is like a disaster. Nope. See ya. Oh my god, that was terrible. Oh my god. After everything I went through to try to take care of that spider. Okay, we got Big Turk. A very cursed Canadian candy bar. No, the ghost shows up when you break the pot, not when you pick up the gem. Which is why it's like, I mean, honestly, it's a way more fun mechanic that sometimes you'll just be shooting off screen. Maybe phrasing, but... And then, like, out of nowhere, you're like, ah, son of a bitch. What do you mean I feel a chill in the air? I haven't had a Big Turk in forever. Dude, that's because they suck and nobody buys them unless they're at least over the age of 45. There are a few Canadian chocolate bars that only get purchased by the senior citizens. One of them is Eat More, which is a very strange, pseudo-healthy candy bar that's not actually healthy, but is maybe healthier than some of the other ones. And it's like strangely, I don't know, it's like, it's soft and like highly nutty. I ate a lot of Eat Mores as a kid because my grandma bought them all the time. Now that's Big Eats. Yo, look at that. It's even contactless delivery right at my doorstep. We also have a... I actually am surprised this one never made its way to the US, but we have a candy bar called O. Henry, which I think is actually British. It's hard to tease apart which of these candies are Canadian, and which one of these are just British and they made their way to Canada but not to America. Like when the boats came over in the Age of Discovery. They were like, put the O. Henrys on the right one. Hey, Christopher Columbus, you put the O. Henrys and the coffee crisps in the one that's going to America, right? Decent bit. It's pretty good, right? You know, if this was a rated R comedy special, there's some extra jokes we could throw in over top, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah, they don't have Coffee Crisp in the US either. Coffee Crisp is pretty darn good. But I don't like buy candy bars in general. I'm a salty snack man. Americans shit the bed on Smarties. You're not wrong. Like, all the discussion focuses on that, like, our Smarties are their rockets and vice versa. It does not focus on the fact that nobody over the age of, like, 7 should eat rockets ever. And Smarties are at least, like, fairly delicious. I like rockets. Canadian rockets or American rockets? The Canadian rockets are the ones that are like chalk. It's like a bunch of chalk pellets in a soft plastic tube. And Smarties are candy-coated chocolate pellets. Oh, hello. Almost got me there. The chalk pellets are good. Beautiful. You need this torch. I don't know. The thing for me with rockets is, like, they're so associated with, like, middle school. It's like a food you eat in middle school. I don't think I can judge them appropriately now. Smarties are just M&Ms. They're like... Look, yes. The answer is yes. Oh, I don't want to come out of that door. He's gonna murder me. They are slightly different. They are less... well, I guess they're flatter. Not in America. Sorry, Canadian Smarties. I would like you both to be facing the other direction, please. Thank you. What are the spherical ones called? Well, those are Canadian